All right, welcome everybody. Hello, Paul. Hello, Eric.
Howdy.
We're back
We are.
from the 4th of July.
Celebrate
It is America. Let's see. It is the last day before the All-Star break.
Yep.
Games today, and then coming up this week, we've got Home Run Derby. We've got I think the celebrity softball game already took place
Last night.
which I didn't watch.
The minor
The Futures game.
Futures game, yeah.
Yeah.
Happened yesterday.
Yep.
Yeah. And then the game itself is on what, Wednesday?
Tuesday.
So that means Home Run Derby is tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yes.
By the time you're listening to this, it will already have happened. So
Yep.
maybe we'll predict the future.
Ooh, I like it.
The future. Do you guys have any predictions for the Home Run Derby? That's my favorite part of the All-Star game. The rest of it is kind of...
Oh, it absolutely is the best part, without a doubt. Well, we're hoping Julio does his thing. I mean, what he had
he was good last year. He came in, what, second?
Second, yeah.
Yeah.
So...
And he lost to... Was it Alonso? Did Alonso win last year?
Juan Soto, I believe.
Oh, it was Juan Soto. That's
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Yeah, Pete Alonso. Remember that whole thing last year? He was like, they showed him, he was down in the batting cage and he was like meditating in his chair and he's like prepping and just like trying to be all alone. And it was just like complete jackassery, and Julio's just being fun, having a good time, being relaxed. And he like crushed him.
I think Pete Alonso, I feel like he was born to be in the Home Run Derby. Like that's where he excels.
Yeah.
And then we don't hear about him for the rest of the year. Maybe it's just because he plays for the Mets, but that's like his thing. That's Pete Alonso and the Home Run Derby.
Pete Alonso is the Las Vegas favorite.
Is he really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not surprising. I think he prepares for it all year.
Yeah, and it's taking into account the actual bracket.
Yeah, they already put together who's going to play who in the first round, and kind of. I think Julio and Pete are playing to each other in the first round.
They are.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So no, Pete's not going to win. Sorry.
Who else is in there? Do you have it up, Eric?
I got Pete Alonso, Vlad Jr.
Yeah.
Okay.
Winner of the 2019, I believe.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll believe that.
Yeah, there we go.
Julio Rodriguez, Adolis Garcia, Mookie Betts, Randy Arozarena, and Adley Rushman.
So Mookie, 5'9",
surprised.
125 pounds or whatever he is. What the hell is he doing in the home run
Dude,
contest?
he has 25 homers this year already.
Yeah, he's a beast.
I know we don't like to talk about stats a lot, or I don't like to talk about stats a lot, but that's for Mookie, that is pretty freaking good.
He's just a really smart hitter. Now, the longevity of the home run, like what, 1, 2, 3 rounds or something?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to be able to hold out like that. But yeah, he is crushing this year
He'll
for sure.
put on a good show while he's in it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. And then that Adley Rushman kid, the catcher for Baltimore? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Rookie? Yeah.
I think
Is he rookie?
he was a rookie last year. I don't know if he got called up last year. Yeah.
Yeah, my prediction is probably Pete Alonso. No offense, Mariner fans.
Man, you guys can suck
I would like to see Mookie win. That would be cool.
That would be cool, yeah.
That wouldn't be disappointing.
Yeah, you can't be disappointed with Mookie.
He's badass. Yeah, exactly. Hell, his name's Mookie, for Christ's sake. But no, hey, no, let's put a wager because it's going to be Julio and not Pete.
Oh,
yeah. What do you guys got?
Like money wise, what am I putting up?
Hey man, you want to bet a disc? I know you like to give me discs.
I'll put up $10. We'll say $10 on. I'll put 10 on Pete. Old
Eric?
Pistol Pete.
I'll put 10 on Pete.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I see your guys' 10,
Paul.
and that will not happen. Guaranteed. He might be coming back with a vengeance. He might be super pissed this year, and That's all he's been practicing and all he's been doing.
He's just been meditating in the dugout since the beginning of the season.
Yeah. Yep.
Just thinking about that moment. The home run derby scares me though, because it feels like it is players are prone to getting injured after the home run derby.
Yep.
Julio hurt his hand last year.
Yeah, because it takes so much energy.
Yeah. They go on a real cold spell afterward.
Yeah,
yep. It's true.
And I don't know. I mean, I remember Vlad hit a ton. It was a couple of years ago, but he just kind of like runs out of gas. It seems like.
Yeah,
he's a big dude, swinging a whole lot around there.
Yeah. It also is dependent on their pitcher.
Yep.
Which is kind of why Pete got fucked up last year, because his dad, I think it was his dad who was pitching for him, was just throwing in pitches that were not in the zone, and Pete couldn't handle it. Couldn't handle the gas coming from his dad.
Couldn't handle that 45-mile-an-hour heat.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Come on.
What else do we have coming up this week? There's something else, right?
This week or the draft today?
With the draft, yeah.
Yep, that's happening.
Maybe that's it. Maybe that's all I was thinking of.
All-star game with 5 Texas Rangers starting. That's kind of embarrassing to have one of our division rivals just fucking eating up every starting position. It's
happened every year. I mean, before that it was the Astros.
Yeah.
And now it's the Rangers.
They're still cheaters, man. Did you see that clip that I showed you that I posted the other day?
No, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That's some A-Rod shit right there.
Yep.
Remember when A-Rod did that? I was thinking that same thing. Jackasses. Didn't A-Rod do that to Boston?
Yep.
Yeah. That was in a playoff game, I think.
God.
Wasn't it? I think it was in the playoffs.
Might have been.
I'd believe it.
Eric should remember, but he doesn't.
Yeah, I don't remember these things.
Baseball.
Absolutely.
He's all about just F1 now.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about baseball anymore.
Hey, I'm skipping the British GP to talk to you guys right now, so I got my priorities straight.
I feel like we would be remiss without talking about the hottest player in baseball right now.
On
and
fire.
I don't mean Shohei Ohtani.
I know, right?
Ellie De La Cruz.
Holy cow.
What was that you posted, Eric? What were those stats?
He is playing his 30th career game today.
Yep.
So far, he has already become the only player in MLB history with 40 hits and 15 stolen bases in their first 30 games.
Dude.
So the 15 stolen bases, like that's a good stat. And part of it, he got 3 of them yesterday.
He totally, that's what he does. He does multiple stolen bases per game, and he does 2-3 hits per game.
Yep.
He's just a badass.
Yeah. But the 40 hits thing to me is outrageous.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I don't know what he's doing. But
yeah. Good on you, Cincinnati. Who picked and developed that player, man? Somebody had something going on there.
Yeah.
Something, or maybe it's just luck of the draw.
Never heard of him until recently.
Once in a while, you hit on one.
Yeah, this is true. But yeah, he's fun to watch. Did you see the whole against Washington the other day? And Davey Martinez said, "Check his bat." After the first inning home run,
and he's got a weird knob at the end.
That knob at the end. Oh man!
And then he hits a home run and he shows the bat to the.
You want to check it again, motherfucker?
So good. I'm surprised he didn't get in trouble for that. The ump said, "No, don't be taunting like that." I don't know what they would do, but
yeah,
it was awesome. He's fun.
Yeah, it was awesome. Reds are good right now.
They are. Haven't they won 25 of 30 games since he's been back or something ridiculous?
Something ridiculous, yeah.
30 of their past 40 games or something like that.
Yeah. Shit.
Something like that. Yeah.
So good. I love it.
Well, since we're on that topic, I think we spoke about it last time we were on here. We're going to revisit our preseason win predictions. For those that don't know, at the beginning of the season, we each predicted win totals for our teams, my team being the Royals, Paul's team being the Mariners, and Eric's team being the Red Sox. And Eric, you predicted that the Royals would win 65 games.
Wow. Bold, Eric.
Bold move, Cotton.
I was optimistic on all my picks.
Yeah. Red Sox 86. That's not that bad, actually. You guys are... You could do that. You could do 86, I think.
We'd have
at
to
least
go on
get
a
in
hot
the
streak.
80s.
We'd have to go on a hot streak.
Weirdly enough, they would still be like 5th in that division.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And then Mariners, you predicted 92.
Yeah.
Which at this point is not... It's just not happening.
Not mathematically possible.
No.
No. It's possible. Totally
I'm
possible.
sure it's possible.
Yeah.
I don't think AJ Pollock is going to start playing baseball soon, but
the entire team would have to start hitting some records.
Yeah. Paul is getting blasted with some truth bombs right now. He's not sure how to handle it. Paul, your predictions.
Yes.
This is comedy gold right here. The Mariners, 96 wins.
Oh,
96.
Man. I still believe. See us rise. I believe.
So what is their record right now? They're 44-44.
Yes. So they're going to go 50-2. No, wait, is it? No.
No, I mean, they would need to win 52 games from here on out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally doable.
52.
Yeah. I don't see the problem here.
I see a large problem with that. But Red Sox, you picked 66, which is pretty low. That's
they're going to have a crap second half.
What's their record right now? They have at least 50 wins.
47-43.
Okay, yeah,
47-43. Yeah.
So they're gonna beat that.
I had no idea that division was going to be so good. This good, at least. No way. I had no idea.
I mean, it's always tough though. That division, at least for the past few years, it's been. I mean, Yankees have been good. Yankees have made the playoffs
since the Orioles and Rays got their shit together.
That's just it. Since the Orioles and Rays, Rays have kind of been off and on really good, but having all 5 of them instead of just the 3, like New York, Boston, and Toronto. Yeah. Good stuff.
So who has the worst record in that division? Is it the Red Sox?
Red Sox.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah, wild card games are going to be all NL East teams pretty much.
Pretty much. AL East.
That's what I meant.
Yep, it's all good. And then you predicted the Royale with cheese, the Royals, to have 38 wins. Now, they have 25 wins right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it means that for the rest of the season, they would have to pick up another 13 wins. I think they're going to. It's absolutely doable, and I wouldn't be surprised one bit if they don't go above 38 wins.
Did anybody predict above 40 wins for him? Did you guys?
Yeah.
I did.
Eric predicted 65 wins, which is right. Outlandish.
Right.
I predicted that they would have 57 wins, which I think is a little bit more. Well, actually, that's a little bit high now that they only have 25 wins. I think they'll surpass 45 wins this season.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe.
It's possible.
Red Sox, I predicted 79, which might be kind of close. Mariners 82, which also might be pretty close.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, for the Mariners, because they're in fourth place right now, third place,
third.
Paul's trying to come back with something and not finding any
basis.
I'm supporting your guys' predictions. That's all I'm doing here. You guys are good.
Did we place a bet on this? Did we place a wager? I don't remember.
I think it was just being humiliated on the podcast.
Okay. I'm okay with that. So I think we're all kind of all over the place, at least with one of our predictions. Eric, your Royals prediction is just crazy. Paul, obviously your Mariners prediction is never going to happen. And then my Royals prediction is probably never going to happen either with 57. But I'd say that I'm the closest right now, not to brag on you guys, but
yeah, you are.
It's tighter in every.
I think I'm kind of the closest right now with that prediction. No, I see.
Yeah. I don't think any of these teams are making the playoffs this year.
No.
Weirdly.
I think we're all out.
I can't give up yet. I can't.
No, I don't expect you to give up, and you guys aren't in a position like the Royals where it's done. It was done in June.
Still
Probably,
got some fight.
probably April. Probably closer to April.
Before the season started, we were doomed. It's kind of what I predicted anyway. So yeah, fuck it. We already got rid of Aroldis Chapman.
Yeah.
Yep.
You think they're going to get rid of like Greinke or Salvador? Or Salvi's going to finish his career there probably.
Yeah,
Do or
probably.
die.
Unfortunately for him, I would hope that he would at least go to another team and get one more shot at, at least playing in one playoff game.
You would think, yeah.
But probably, I don't know, Greinke he's on the IL right now, which may be a little bit of a tactic to keep him healthy.
For that stretch, that end of the year stretch there?
Yeah, keep him healthy for the playoff run that the Royals are going to have. No, I'm saying keep him healthy so he doesn't
To trade him.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes somewhere. He should.
Yeah, but he probably has like a no trade clause and all that. I mean, he's been around so long.
Well, he has there's a no trade clause that he has for certain teams. I know that for sure.
Okay.
I would love to see his contract. There's some wacky shit in there.
Dude.
100%.
Yeah, he's fun.
He is. But anyway, we'll revisit those later on in the season to see where we're at. Maybe toward the end of the season, right before the playoffs begin.
It's a good idea.
That would be the time.
And
then we'll
will
announce
say,
the winner.
I told you so. No?
Okay, we'll say
No.
Okay, fine.
I mean, no. There's just no way. That's outlandish, Paul.
Man,
Not going to happen.
last year they reeled off like 15 wins in a row. It was something bizarre. I mean, stranger things have happened, man.
What was their record at the All-Star break last year?
It's like exactly what it is now. As a matter of fact, I think we were only like one down or 1 or 2 games under 500. It was weird. We're almost exactly on pace to what we did last year. At least the first half of the season.
Yeah.
Well, the good news for you guys last year was that you didn't have to compete with the Rangers.
True.
And the Angels are better than they were last year, even though the Angels
lost 5 in a row. They're fucking done, dude.
They have one less victory than the Mariners do.
Trout's just got a wrist strain or
Trout's
whatever.
on the IL. Shohei has got the
I'm
blister.
just saying they're better than they were last year. You guys are still having to compete with them.
Yeah, no, they're done. Sorry. That little run was great. They had a great first half. I mean, yeah, they better trade him to get something back, man.
Who's that?
Shohei.
No, they're not.
They need to
trade
dump
him.
Anthony Rendon's contract as well. They need to fucking start over and
They're going to
build
finish.
around Trout again.
They're going to finish the year with Shohei. They're going to finish the year with Trout injured, and then he'll get picked up in free agency by the Dodgers. All right, so this week on the podcast, we decided to watch a documentary. And unlike the other films or movies that we have watched, we're not going to give necessarily a review because that would be pretty boring. I feel like giving a review of a documentary is pretty monotonous. But instead, I think we're going to discuss what the documentary was, what it was about, and then we'll kind of discuss, debate, dive into a wide range of topics about the documentary. Eric, what is it that we watched this week?
We watched Touching the Game, a documentary about the Cape Cod League in Massachusetts. It is the first of 2 collegiate baseball documentaries by Jim Carroll, the other one being Touching the Game Alaska. Touching the Game Cape Cod follows the experiences of players as they compete in the Cape Cod Baseball League, one of the most prestigious amateur leagues in the country. And it was filmed in 2008, I believe.
I think it was 2004.
2004. You're right. Alaska's 2008.
Yeah.
Is there like a Cape Cod League, but Alaska, like?
Yes, there is a
Really?
There's an Alaska Baseball League.
Wow, I wonder if they have like midnight games during the summer.
I believe
Probably,
they do, actually. Yeah. They play like 3 games. Like, they have tournaments of like 6 teams playing 3 games back to back, like a triple header.
Wow.
Like from like 6 p.m. until early in the morning because the sun's up.
Cool. I'm going to look into that one. That was fun.
We might cover that documentary later.
I like it.
Yeah, this was I didn't know much about the Cape Cod. Like, I knew that it existed, but I didn't know to the extent of who was going there and who was playing there and what purpose it served. I think this is what I focus on sometimes. When I was watching it, I was like looking at when it was made. I was like, well, that's not really that long ago. And then you start watching it and like it looks so fucking old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you realize it's like almost 20 years ago. I realized that I'm starting to get fucking old if that's 20 years ago in 2004. But it's really interesting. I mean, the premise for the documentary is it like kind of focuses on a few main players, and every player that goes into the Cape Cod League is like they're a sophomore in college. Is that right?
I believe so. Yeah.
In between college years, typically.
In between college years, it's a summer league.
Yeah.
A lot of these players have already been drafted by MLB teams or have been in contact with MLB teams, like teams are scouting them. They have to be invited to the Cape Cod League to play. So you have to be a really good baseball player, number one.
Yeah. So how do they? I didn't actually dive into that. How do they get invited to play? Who do they choose? Is it just because it seemed like a lot of just schools from up in the Northeast area as well?
There was a bunch. I mean, there were schools from California, Texas, Kansas. There was a bunch of.
I think it's
kind of from all over the country.
Oklahoma or something.
Yeah, it's a combination of schools saying, "Hey, you should check out this kid," and also scouts being like, "Hey, we should get this kid some playing time." And
and there was only like 6 teams in the league, 6 or 7 or something like that.
There's 8.
Okay.
So there's an East and there's a West division in the Cape Cod League.
Which
I don't remember the names of the towns.
Orleans.
You probably know because you're from there.
Yeah, I used to summer on Cape Cod as a kid, and I mean, it's so funny because it's real aristocrat. It's literally like a 30-minute drive through the entire length of Cape Cod. To say like there's an east and a west is like so weird because it's literally like there's like 2 main streets in all of Cape Cod.
Is it like literally like the kind of Gulf side and then the Atlantic side? Is that east and west?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Bayside.
Bayside. Sorry, not a Gulf. Yeah, it's huge.
But I think they work with MLB and they work with college kind of. I don't know. They didn't really explain that part too much, but I believe the MLB teams that have drafted these players are kind of pushing these Cape Cod League to bring these players in to get them some playing time. And this was 2004 that we're talking about. They have a lot of interviews with previous players who have played in the league. And then obviously it kind of focuses on 3 or 4 main kids who were in college at the time, and they're playing in this Cape Cod League. And it's a really interesting perspective on, kind of working your way up to play in Major League Baseball. We don't really see that side of things too often, even in like the minor leagues. These kids are coming here for the summer in between sophomore and junior year in college. They're staying with like a host family that lives there in Cape Cod. They work a job while they're also playing. So like there was one kid worked at CVS, one kid worked at like a local deli, that was like owned by the host family.
They talk to past players and the range of jobs, like cleaning golf courses, like the one guy, what was it? Who was worked for an undertaker, one of the like former managers or current managers.
That was
every type of job you can think of.
Yeah, just anything that they can do. And I think they do it so they can just make some extra money to kind of pay their way and then also take some money back with them for college. And then they go and play I think they play 44 games or something like that during the summer.
7 weeks.
Yeah, in 7 weeks. And then there's a kind of like there's the playoffs, and then they have the championship game at the end of this
And they
time.
also have an all-star game, don't they?
They have an all-star game, yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole mini league.
It is, yeah. And they play on basically high school baseball fields, or some of them even like they look like little league fields, but with longer
Those
fences.
Community ballparks,
Yeah, definitely not top quality baseball fields, and none of the games are free to go watch. I believe everything is
cool.
volunteer basis, like the people who work the concessions.
Is that still a thing? Games are free, do you think, or?
I don't know what it is now.
Yeah, I don't know. I would almost imagine. I mean, I can't imagine charging that much to go sit there at the
I mean, you're bringing your own lawn chair, and
that was great when they showed the lawn chairs just sitting out there all day and whatnot.
Yeah, but it's this huge thing in Cape Cod, and it seems like all these little towns, get really like rally behind their teams that are in their town.
Mm-hmm.
Fact check: the Cape Cod League is still free.
Okay,
nice.
It is a non-profit organization.
That was one of the things that impressed me most about that is, umps, announcers, everybody, volunteers.
Mm-hmm.
I was just
the host families don't get any money.
Nothing. They get nothing. That is so awesome.
And even like there's kids. Or I say kids. They're kind of kids, like college kids or a little bit older, are volunteering to do like radio broadcasts, or at the time like the internet was kind of becoming like a huge thing. Yeah. And so it's like they're doing internet radio broadcasts,
Right.
And I think they said something weird. The narrator said that you could listen to the game on your cell phone if you called in to a number.
The number. Yeah, I thought that was hilarious.
But it's a really kind of, I don't know, quaint and
folksy.
Folksy little look at how this baseball league is run. And there's a ton of, I couldn't believe the amount of players that have gone through there. And then I looked up later this morning, like some of the other players that have come through there. It's quite the list. And just the ones in the documentary. I mean, we're talking Nomar Garcia-Parra, Todd Helton, Mo Vaughn,
Veritek,
Jason Veritek, Buck Showalter, Mike Matheny. So it's kind of this thing that these kids have been coming to.
Didn't they say at the time,
years.
2004, there was something like 200 current active players that had been that went through Cape Cod at one time?
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and they touched on 1988, and they said that was their best year that they had ever had because of the players that were there. And like Jeff Bagwell, JT Snow, Frank Thomas, Mike Trout's fish daddy, Tim Salmon, Mo Vaughn, and Denny Nagel. Like the names on that list. Yeah. It's pretty crazy. And these kids they were college at the time, coming through there. I kind of want to get more into this Cape Cod League and start watching a few of their games, or go up to Cape Cod and.
Oh, Jana and I said we're going to Cape Cod next year, no matter what. Yeah, we're. It's something we've talked about. I've had family. Nice. My brother used to go up there all the time. Like my former boss grew up there, kind of thing. So this is one of those things where it's like it's always kind of been in the back of my head. People always going, and we were just like, we're going. This is great. We're going. But we got a time at where the Mariners are hopefully in Boston.
They and I think they mentioned that in the documentary, like a lot of people who are coming there on vacation are trying to plan around the baseball games.
Yeah.
So they can go and watch this Cape Cod League.
It's awesome.
It's such a weird thing to me, and it's a good look at the other side of baseball, which we don't ever get to see.
One thing I learned that really quick that I didn't realize is like, obviously wood bats are allowed. But it's the first time a lot of those players are actually using wood bats. So it's kind of a pitching dominant league kind of thing.
Yeah.
Lots of really low scoring games. And then there was that 2003 year or whatever, there was all of like 6 guys that hit above 300 or something.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Well, it's a huge thing to go from aluminum to wood, especially just the weight of it. Plus you're going up against pitching that is elite at that level. It has to take some time, and you only get 7 weeks to get it going.
Yeah.
Have you been to a game up there, Eric?
I have not. No, it never timed out whenever my family went up there.
And you guys what would you do when you went up there for the summers or whatever you were saying?
Go to the beach.
Yeah. A lot of beach.
A lot of beach. Go to Provincetown.
A lot of lobster rolls.
A lot of lobster rolls. Holy cow.
Yeah, dude.
Lots of fried clams.
I was going to say fried clams and all that shit.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, when I looked it up this morning, apparently Aaron Judge played there.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
Not
what
surprising.
current active players are like some of the current stars, at least, that we would know of?
I mean, George Springer was there.
Is it still the same teams, like those same 8 teams, those same 8 cities as before and all that?
Yeah, I mean, there's only 8 towns in Cape Cod. There might be a few more, but current major leaguers who played in the Cape Cod Baseball League include Aaron Judge, Chris Sale, Alec Manoah, Pete Alonso, Kyle Schwarber, Aaron Nola, Adley Rushman, and Shane Bieber.
Damn.
Yeah, see, that's unreal.
It's good.
For such a small little league.
Yeah.
You could tell it reminds me of, have you guys watched that documentary Welcome to Wrexham?
Yes.
So the town of it's a soccer documentary, but it reminds me, like, the people in the Cod remind me of the people in that Welsh town of Wrexham. Like, they're all about these baseball teams. Like that's
it's the one thing in the town.
Yeah, it's the one thing in the town. They go to all the games. These kids are going to these little, like, baseball camps and whatnot. And they had like a touching little story, which ended up being sad. But about the guy that he had been a bat boy when he was a kid. And this guy, he started in, God, who knows, like the 1950s or something like that, or 60s.
Arnie something? Was it Arnie?
Yeah, Arnie Allen, I think is what his name was. But he started as a bat boy and then became like an equipment manager for this team. And this is all free. Like, he's doing it on a volunteer basis. Dude did it until he was in his 70s or 80s. He ended up dying of cancer. And that was part of the story. Yeah. And how, like, he just loved his team.
Yeah. That was awesome.
So it was an interesting look at baseball in general. I think it kind of brings it back to its roots a little bit, but it was also I don't know, it's kind of one of those things that makes you enjoy baseball a little bit more when you watch it. Sometimes you get so out of it and all you see is
stats and dollar signs and
exactly. Yeah. This is more about, man, I just love playing baseball and working at the CVS and that kind of shit. It's pretty good.
One of the funny things I thought about that documentary also, and I didn't realize or even put together, granted, it's right there on the water, the fog.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Well, there's one town in particular, Chatham. Is that what it is?
Chatham, yep.
Yeah. They're known for their fog, and like they tell their players, like, beware, like if the fog rolls in.
Yeah. That was hilarious.
They were saying, like, you can't
get
even
called for fog.
Yeah. Well, they were saying, like, the center fielder can't even see the right fielder sometimes. It gets so foggy right there.
That's nuts.
And some of those stadiums didn't have lights. So,
oh, yeah.
Like, one of the games got called.
Playoff games is putting it very...
Okay, one of the fields didn't have lights. So they had to call a game early.
That playoff game. It was
a playoff game.
In the ninth inning or something, too.
Like, man on 1920s.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe they have lights at this point. Maybe somebody has donated.
They probably do at this point, yeah.
Maybe Aaron Judge.
Some local
put some of his money. Here's some lights.
Yep.
But yeah, what was it called again?
Touching the Game.
Touching the Game. That's what it is.
And it's hard to find. We watched a copy that I bought and shared with you guys. But it's hard to get for some reason. It sometimes airs on PBS stations.
Oh, that's good.
Does it?
Yeah.
You guys are winking. I actually did buy this.
Oh, okay. I'm impressed.
You can't even find it online anywhere.
No,
I got a copy off eBay.
Wow.
I really enjoyed it, quite honestly. I thought it was great. I think Jana was just like, oh, God, really?
Yeah,
Are we still watching this? But I was just like, oh, this is great, man. It was a lot of fun.
It's a surprisingly good documentary.
I'm looking forward to the Alaska one. I want to watch that one now, too.
Yeah, I just couldn't believe the amount of players that have gone through there. That was the most impressive part.
Yeah, it's very impressive.
I didn't realize there was such like a prestigious thing to get invited to.
Yeah. I didn't realize it was like an invite-only kind of league as well.
Yeah, because it's not something that's really talked about all that much.
Yeah.
Everything that we focus on is all minor leagues and then big leagues. Or sometimes
it happens
college,
while they're still in college.
Yeah.
That you don't hear about.
And it happens during the major league season.
It does. Yeah.
So what happens in Cape Cod like up in the winter? Is it just like ghost town up there?
It has a super high rate of alcohol and heroin use.
Okay.
Because they get
but during the summer they're fine. They're just like, I got my baseball. I don't need the heroin.
Yep. Because the entire city shuts down for the fall and winter. So you're just stuck in your little cottage, and it's all snow and ice.
So how far is Boston from Cape Cod then?
It's a 2.5 hour drive.
Yeah. I'm going.
Some of the accents on there were pretty good. You could tell.
Great.
There was one guy that I just couldn't fucking understand. I don't know what he was saying. And I remember when they were doing like the camps, and there's like little kids, and there was one little kid that was talking in just like a hard Boston accent. And one of the players was just making fun of him because I don't think he could understand.
What did you say? What was that again? Yeah. It's good stuff.
Yeah. Sorry to anybody from Boston listening to this podcast. We're not making fun of your accent. We're merely pointing out the fact that it's a little
beautiful
different.
Accent.
Yes, it's beautiful.
Give us a taste of it, Eric. Come on.
Yeah, come on.
I can't do it on command.
Oh,
why not?
Come on.
It's not in your veins.
You're a Texan now, aren't you?
I've been in Texas longer than I ever spent in Massachusetts.
Ooh, that sucks. Sorry, dude.
Well, yeah, you could be up in Cape Cod doing a bunch of heroin in the winter. What's wrong with you?
I know, right?
It's the dream, isn't it?
Of course, you could do that in Texas too. So,
it's still 80 degrees in the winter here.
Gross.
Anyway, we're not going to talk too much about heroin anymore. Good documentary. Recommend it.
Definitely.
And maybe next we'll watch the Alaska one. Is that league as premier as the Cape Cod League, or is it just kind of more like, oh, okay. Well,
we will have to find out.
Because I haven't heard of the Alaska League. Well, no, I don't think I've heard of it. I don't think I've heard of it.
What is it called? Do we know?
It's Touching the Game Alaska.
But he's talking about the league.
Yeah, there's no particular...
I think it's just the Alaska Baseball League. Let's see. I'll find out for you.
I wonder if that's just like a lot more locals who maybe don't get the chance to go to these colleges down here in the lower 48 and all that. And
the Alaska Baseball League is dedicated and designed to provide a highly competitive level of baseball for NCAA players that wish to continue onto the majors.
Wow. Yeah, let's look into that.
Maybe it's more West Coast friendly since it's... I can't imagine like somebody from Florida going all the way up to Alaska to play baseball in the summer. That would be a little bit of a stretch.
Probably when they got the Cape Cod League and they got the Savannah Bananas right there, why would they go all the way up to Alaska?
Yeah. I mean, Savannah Bananas, Cape Cod League, it's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
What else you guys got? What else?
I don't know if it's baseball related, but sort of. But isn't there like potential special guests coming up, or
we're working on some things behind the scenes?
Yeah. We won't tease too much.
We're on Threads.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so we are on social media now. We're on Instagram, Wasted Pitch Podcast, and also the new Threads, which is like Twitter Lite, if you would call it.
Light because it doesn't have the Nazis.
The right-wing bullshit.
Right, yeah, it's brand new. And it's those are the two that we're sticking with for now. I don't think we're going to go any further than that. Follow us. We're going to be posting lots of stuff. We're going to post updates as to when the episodes will be coming out. Maybe some clips of the episodes, maybe some teasers for our new episodes. Both of the accounts are Wasted Pitch Podcast. Should be able to find us pretty easily.
Links are on the website as well.
Links are on the website. Yep.
Wastedpitch.com. Just a heads up.
Is that what it is?
I think it's wastedpitch.com.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Anyway, give us a follow. We'd be happy to talk to you. I manage the account, so talk shit to me. I love it.
Yeah, please do.
Send them lots of Royals stuff.
There's not much to send.
They'll trash talk back.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's going to do it for today.
Cool.
Nicely done, gents.
Yeah, that was fun.
I will say that coming up soon, we are going to do a series of stories on some big baseball scandals. One scandal in particular. I won't tell you yet. I want you guys to keep listening.
Is it as cool as the Pittsburgh Pirate mascot drug scandal?
It is pretty cool. I don't know if it's cool. It is a scandal. I would say it's probably more of a scandal,
right,
than the Pittsburgh drug trials. You guys will find out more. It's probably going to be a 3-part series that we're going to do here on the podcast because there's a lot to unpack.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So look forward to that in the near future.
Like it.
And then we'll see you after the All-Star game or after the All-Star break.
Yep. Go Mariners. Go Julio.
Royals? Salvador. Go Salvador.
Go Salvi. There you go.
Go Sox.
Oh, there it was. You hear it? Did you see what he did there? Sox.
Go Sox. Oh, that's a good way to end.
Very good.